US President Trump is celebrating what he calls a total and complete victory for the United States, following a newly agreed ceasefire with Iran. However, this declaration is being met with significant skepticism, with military experts outright challenging the president's triumphant narrative. President Trump spoke with the news agency AFP, calling the two-week ceasefire 100% a victory, without any doubt. He stated that the United States had received a 10-point plan from Tehran, which he considers a very good and workable basis for further negotiations. President Trump asserted that any possible peace agreement would also address and perfectly regulate Iran's nuclear program, adding he would not have gotten involved otherwise. When questioned about the specifics of uranium enrichment, he offered no details. On previous threats to potentially target civilian power plants and bridges in Iran if a deal failed, President Trump simply responded that you will have to wait and see. Despite reportedly changing his goals and timelines repeatedly throughout the conflict, President Trump maintained that all United States objectives had been achieved. In stark contrast, military expert Carlo Masala from the Bundeswehr University Munich offered a very different perspective in an interview. Following the agreement on a ceasefire and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, Masala sees no real victory for the United States or its ally Israel. He told the Deutschlandfunk that what has been achieved looks more like a strategic defeat for the United States of America. Masala pointed out that the 10-point plan presented by Iran, which President Trump described as a great negotiation basis, actually contains little Iranian accommodation to the initial American demands. Therefore, he argued, the United States cannot claim a full and comprehensive victory. Masala further elaborated that only the official Iranian statement of the plan is currently known, which he stressed is still miles away from what the United States desires. Specifically, the Iranian 10-point plan continues to demand that future passage through the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz requires a fee to be equally shared between Iran and Oman. Even more concerning, Masala revealed that there is reportedly a version of the plan in Farsi, the Persian language, which includes a demand that the United States permit Iran to continue enriching uranium. This particular demand, however, does not appear in the English version of the document. Based on these discrepancies, Masala anticipates that 2 weeks of hard negotiations still lie ahead. He firmly concluded that what has transpired is not a full and comprehensive victory for the United States of America. The expert's assessment underscores the deep divide in interpreting the outcome of the recent diplomatic efforts, highlighting the complexities and challenges that remain in the ongoing situation. The path to a lasting resolution appears to be far more complicated than President Trump's optimistic pronouncements suggest. What's your take on Trump declares complete victory over Iran amid doubts? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.